Ụtụtụ ọma ụmụ Chineke, ụtụtụ ọma ndị ọma, ụtụtụ ọma ndị ọma njibiri, ụtụtụ ọma ndị ihe ọma na-amasị, ụtụtụ ọma.
You don't say to mama, you don't read. Says the tracking engine. You don't boast to mama, you don't cut. Now chain you the cut. Okay, now make I use my microscope, scan a reality scan, nigga area Biafra phobia mentality. See, set my name the can free. One war. They don't want to hear the name of Biafra. For them is a scary name of Biafra. I love this very name of Biafra. Biafra. Most
ụtụtụ ọma ndị ọma. Raphael Chiamaka Jere here this morning, and I welcome you all to this solemn, this solemn morning assembly, and I want to take us to His presence this morning. Why should I feel discouraged? And why should the shadows come? Why should our hearts be lonely and long for heaven at home, when Yeshua is our portion, our constant friend is He. His eyes is on the sparrows. Yes, the sun is beautiful this morning, and I know He watches you, fellow Biafrans. His eyes is on the sparrows, and I know He watches me, and I know He watches us. And I sing because I'm happy. Yes, I sing because I'm free. His eyes is on the sparrows, and I know He watches me. I'm going to take it again. Why should you feel discouraged? Fellow Biafrans, don't ever be discouraged. Don't let the shadows come. Please don't be ever lonely and long for heaven at home. When Chukwoki Kabiama is your portion, hey, our constant friend is He. If His eyes are on the sparrows, be rest assured and know that His eyes are also on you. Hey, His eyes is on the sparrows, and I know He watches. Hey, and I know He watches over Biafra. Join me and let us sing, because we are happy. Fellow Biafrans, sing, because we are free. His eyes the sparrows, and I know, and I am sure, I am guaranteed that he watches. Yes, he watches. Hey, he watches over us. Join me and sing because we are happy. Yes, we sing because we are free. His eyes is on the sparrows, and I know he watches me. Yes, I know he watches me, and I will never ever be discouraged again. And I know, hey, Chukwokikabiama, he watches me. Before I go back and take that song again, because I'm inspired to come before Umuchineke this morning with Otuchoma, making you to understand Umuchuku, that his eyes are on you. Wherever you are, fellow Biafrans, you are special before Chukwu Okike Abiama. Hey, Osino Zamamme. Osino Buono Nozo Amamme. He has resolved that this time, this very season, your redemption is guaranteed. This very season, nothing will hinder your exodus from that zoo. This very season, you have already defeated them, and you must have that confidence in you. And the only thing that will prove it is when that fear is completely conquered. You're not afraid to take that giant step. You're not afraid to stand with the people of God. You are not afraid to say, I am a Biafran. I belong to Biafra. You are not afraid to identify who you are. Wachineke, Oifebo. Why should you feel discouraged? And why should the shadows come? Why should your heart be lonely and long for heaven alone? Some of you will say, no, Bruzie, I'm telling you, if you see the way they are crying, I'm telling you, some of you just see some of the noise they are making, and I wish just the way Chukwokika Abiama has opened the eyes of our PM, has opened the eyes of some of us that have been engaged in the spiritual realm, to see them crying. We see the demons crying. We see the zoo crying. Today, you hear that Naira is falling. Let me tell you, there is nothing artificial that lasts. They are depleting everything in their reserve. Even the last one they are pumping it to make it look like there is something happening. I'm telling you, watch. There is no word from the mouth of Mazin Namdekan or from the mouth of our prime minister that will ever go down unfulfilled. Not even one word. The zoo has collapsed. Mbidi Jericho, all that way, Mbidi Jericho, all that way. Some of them that have been mocking you, laughing you, thinking that they are doing zoo a pleasure just to save their face. That their face, by the time you resurface like the sparrow that Chukwokika Abiama have always looked upon when people thought that who will take care of these ones? By the time you come out and you are shining with that beautiful oil on your face, they will be grinding and lamenting and crying, because they will be saying, oh, had I known. Hey, Ngaramarakwa, Nsorokwa ni PM, Ngaramarakwa, Nsupportkwa na BROGIE, Ngaramarakwa. Those of you listening to the sound of my voice, Ngaramara will never be your portion. Ngaramara will never be your portion. Somebody will say, what is Ngaramara? Oh no, had I known. Oh, had I known, will never be your portion. Because you are sowing the seeds today that you are sure that the fruit and the harvest thereof is guaranteed. Mazin Namdekanu told them, do you think the words of the prophet will ever fall down to the ground? He told them, and now listen again.
Pressure on the zoo currency Naira as market loses $800 million that could have gone into free education. They have squandered. That is why they say, oh, your market, I told you, gambling. They have lost $800 million in the zoo. But will it matter? The answer is no. Does it affect you? The answer is no. It doesn't. But the time you will know is when you go back and they say that 200 naira can no longer buy you pure water anymore. Then you will understand that something has gone seriously wrong. As those in Russia were complaining, you will not just need wheelbarrow to carry naira, you will need gongoro to carry it, because the currency will be so worthless.
How else will you know that you have defeated them? When the military are now the ones, they will panic and they will say, gather them, let us tell them how they will be doing their social media. Let us know, because the social media on the network, on the internet, in the news everywhere, Biafra is changing the narrative. Gather, let us tell you how you will be doing it. There is emergency. They will emergency into the grave. And Biafrans have emerged. We will never succumb again. We will never bow our heads in shame again. We have defeated them forever. It is the workings of the Almighty. He has promised and he never fails. He has given it to us and no man can take it away from us anymore. I'm telling you. And so do not ever think you are alone. Do not ever give up one bit. Do not ever slack or slow down. Consistency remains the key. If there's any anointed one this morning in the spirit of Biafra, you can come in this morning and deliver in the spirit what we are saying or what I am saying this morning. I have time. Yes, I still have time. At least I still have 20 minutes to accommodate anyone that wants to come and render as the Lord is leading you this morning. But as it prompted my mind and my spirit this morning to tell you, look, the Almighty God who made you in his image and likeness and called you a Biafran and called you Wachineke, if he can look over the birds, the sparrows, and he takes care of them and he supplies them, how about you that is going to bring his glory in his kingdom, that is going to replicate everything that he has said in his kingdom and bring it to pass, and people will see it and glorify his name? Why will he abandon you? Why will he not take care of you? Why will he not watch over you? And I'm telling you, he is your unseen hands working the miracles behind the scene, destroying every of their tentacles and ensuring that your miracle is not going to be half-baked. Thank you, Dolofos Wanyama. Your miracles will never be half-baked. It will be complete, fully delivered, packaged for you, and Biafra will not be a guess game. Ayagaha use Biafra as Obodeba na cha. Nigeria is cha country. Guess, guessing. They are guessing and trying their luck. Try your luck. Ayada try luck, because our country is a guaranteed system, because it came directly from heaven. I'm telling you. That is why when you see our PM every day, no matter the propaganda, no matter the lies, he will just watch them. But his focus is still on Biafra. Biafra is our goal. Biafra is our target. I'm telling you. Somebody comes to tell you, he is working for Nigeria. He doesn't have your interest at that. He is a criminal. somebody that doesn't even have time for himself. Every focus and everything he does every day is Biafra, all for his own people. Just like Mazin Namde Kanu, he raised a cause and said, if any day I wake up and I don't think about Biafra, and my thought is not for the Biafra people, may I never exist again. May I be destroyed from the face of the earth. And our prime minister have also told them everything. Look, if I don't have the interest of Biafra at heart, and I'm not thinking about Biafra, whatever I seek in this life may I not get. May my life be destroyed. Everything you do against me, may it work. Have you not heard him say it? If my interest is not for you, if my burden is not to make sure that Osama may, that they will no longer do to you what they did to you in the days of our fathers, they will no longer repeat it. If my biting and my fighting and my challenging is for me to make sure that you will live above them so that they will never overshadow you again. If that is not my interest, may I never see good. And anywhere you take my name to, may it work. And I come to you this morning, Pastor Van Fechamaka. If my heart desire and interest is not for Biafra, if my thing is just for a personal gain, hey, if anything you pray or you do against me, may it come to pass. If every day I come here is just to show you and to deceive you or to embellish and paint and make it look like it is good, whereas I know, may Chukwu Okike Abiama tarnish everything that concerns me completely and completely eradicate my generation from the face of the earth. But the people that are doing these things, like this man here, that did all he did and said all he said, and today you can no longer see him. You won't see them anymore, but all they will do is they will try their best to deceive the gullibles. But at the end of the day, they will come back and tell you.
Your fake news about Simon Ekpa is not bringing him down. Your fake news about Simon Ekpa is not bringing him down. Your fake news.
That's how all of them will gallivant, will lie, will propaganda. They will come back and tell you. You remember the other one that was the Murumiri did everything he did. He came one day and said, "Hey, Simon, if I say what you are doing is not true, I lie, I'm a fool. But stop. Look, we have gotten to the place whereby for us to stop is death, and for us to move ahead is our survival. And so if for you to stop means that you will be hit by a stray bullet or you will die, my brother, continue to move. And it is such a blessing that we are moving behind the finisher. The finisher, and we shall all finish strong because his eyes are upon us. He will never leave us alone. He will never leave us alone. He will never abandon us. You know, everything we can do, he will allow us to do it and do it well. But those ones we cannot do, his unseen hands will make them happen. Every connection that Biafra needs for us to rise up and begin to be able to speak where nations that are powerful can speak. We will speak alongside Israel. We will speak alongside Singapore. We will be speaking alongside Finland. When Finland talk, Biafra will say yes, and Finland will say, Biafra, what do you think? We'll say yes, it is correct. When countries like Canada will talk, Biafra will say, this is our own decision. And they will say, okay, Biafra has said it, and they will go along with it. That is what they want to stop. But Chukwu Okike Abiama have ensured that we have a remnant that will make sure they don't stop it. We don't stop it. And all we need to do is make sure that our eyes are on the sun. And as long as our eyes are on the sun, there is the capability that Chukwu Okike Abiama have given to us and have put inside our retina. It is not ordinary to look on the sun and consistently look without you waving or without your eyeballs being damaged. But we Biafrans, we look at the sun, we look on it, we focus on it, because that is where our glory and our strength comes from, and nothing happens to us. We do not fall, our eyes do not damage, our retinas are gingered and are revived while we are focused on the sun, because there lies our result, there
lies our answer. And this morning, I have my brother Christian, and I know you are at work and you are able to join me this morning. Nwachineke. Deliver the counsel that is in your mind this morning freely as you are led. Nwachukwu.
God bless you this glorious morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
BIAFRANS praise for you, and we're with you, and we're with our PM till our final destination.
You see?
This brother, you see, these people, they've all been put to shame. They have all been put to shame. That guy I saw earlier, Chidi.
You remember him. He has silenced himself because you know what happens to these people. Chidi, somebody like Chidi, he knows the truth. He knows that Simon is leading us to redemption, to deliverance, to salvation. He knows he's following the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But just because he was close to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he was surprised, how did Simon come and become so relevant and become so powerful and doing the right thing? No. Let me join these fake people and stop him. When he saw that they cannot stop him, he decided to park one corner and he kept quiet. And you see him going, and he has been. Even what he did now tarnish his own image. His image is irrelevant. He comes on social media, nobody cares. Whether he still exists, nobody knows. That is what happens to anyone that rises against Biafra.
Because Biafran people, they know what they want. And they know who is telling them the truth and who is not telling them the truth. I've always said it. Biafran people are some of the brightest people God has ever created. They know the truth. They have that power of discernment. So no amount of lies and propaganda and hypocrisy is going to change anything. You know, I have when it comes to that Chidi, and just like another one in Jenje, I have my reservations for two of them and some other ones. And Dr. Damage, I have my reservations towards them because the role they played, even before the kidnap of Onyendu and after the kidnap, shows me that these people are truly what Nigerians, but they have no choice because Biafra is here. It's either they will become Biafrans or they will pack and move to the corner. It's as simple as that. Nobody can stop this moving train that God has ordained. Absolutely nobody. Absolutely, God has ordained it. And like I always said, it's just a matter of time before all of them will see the manifestation because it's already, the handwriting is on the wall. God has kept Awonye and Nnamdi Kanu. No matter what they try, the zoo spent billions and billions to get him, and all of them has come to naught, has come to zero, nada, completely nada. All the billions wasted to kidnap a man.
And now, for the past 3 years, they have used tactics, used strategy. Now they are spending more billions to get PM. More billions. Even more than what they spent on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are willing to spend on our prime minister. And then somebody will tell you, Simon Ekpa is corrupt, he's a criminal. Look, we live in a society where any little criminality is not tolerated, especially when you come on the limelight. Mazi Simon Ekpa is now on the limelight. I mean, he is on the tabloid in Finland, for crying out loud. He is on the national tabloid. He is a national case in Finland. So his integrity has been so proven that Finland as a nation will put him on the tabloid and speak good of him. Nobody speaks bad of him in Finland. Nobody.
Yeah, because the blessing of the Lord, you know, as the Bible said, that is what he has. God placed him in that position for this purpose. And you know what is funny? When you see the criminal DOS and the rest of them, I feel sorry for them because they have failed so woefully. In fact, they can't even. And you know, because when they come on YouTube, come on with their platform to preach, nobody listens to them because everybody, you know. So when you go on their platform, nobody listens to them. Why? Because the truth not only has manifested, but it has become so obvious to every Biafran because the Nigerian government, they are spending billions to get our PM. They have failed. They cannot. I told you from day one, they can never, because God doesn't make that kind of mistake. He prepares a man. The first one, he had issue. The second one, he will prepare him. He can't be touched. You can't reach him. This is the position. So if the zoo doesn't know that they failed already, well, they will be drawn, then they will know that truly it's all over.
I want to bring something to you, and maybe you should answer me. Or I don't know. Sometimes I ask myself, with all these things that they are doing and propaganda and lies that even the IPOB Nigeria are doing, do you know that our PM doesn't wish them death or doesn't come out and say, let us buy them, let us look for them, let us cut them? The way they do. Some of them, even at the time they were brandishing knife, they were coming with poison. Now they are even being paid to go as a suicide bomber, and they collect and they go, yet they are exposed. But even at that, our PMC have an open mind and love for the whole of Biafrans. When people ask him and say, what will you do to them? Because they are expecting him to say, I get better, I get man, but he never says anything drastic like that. He will always say, let us focus on Biafra. When we get Biafra first, the most important thing, then we'll decide. So why does he have that kind of heart? Is like me, sometimes I would just say, Nanda. He doesn't have that heart.
That is the quality of a leader, quality of a leadership. And who has the wisdom of Solomon in a time like this? God has given him that wisdom in a time like this to be able to navigate, to be able to maneuver this complicated, because it is complicated. Biafra is the most complicated scenario, most complicated issue facing mankind, because if I begin to tell you also how complicated it is, but God is so, because before God started anything, he already finished it. Yes. So that is why he has created guys like this, like our PM, and put him in this position filled with wisdom on how to navigate. If you were ordinarily, you will say, oh, let me do this, let me do that. He can do a lot, but he's following it through the wisdom of God. Because at the end of the day, we have to focus on our goal. There is no distraction. As much as they try to create distraction, our goal and his aim and objective is to get into the promised land, and it's here right on our corner. So as they are carrying that propaganda, they failed woefully. They will never have. I told nearly them, like immediately after I told those people, I told them, I said, look, fall in line, because if not, first of all, you cannot stop this moving train, and if you don't fall in line, you're gonna lose out. Everything is playing out. They can't even come out again. Nobody is in them. My brother, God bless you this holy morning.
Thank you, man, the Christian. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful and a fantastic day. Their fans are proud of people like you. Thank you so much. All right, we have Daniel Chisom. Daniel Chisom, you have just 2 minutes, and I don't know what the Lord is leading you to say this morning. Grab the mic and deliver the counsel of heaven.
Thank you, my brother. More grace, my brother. And may Chukwu continue to bless you. Let me go straight to the point. One thing we need to understand, because I have studied the word of God, our PM is a David. When Samuel wanted to anoint David, he come to the land of Israel, and God told him to tell the Israel, to tell them that he's coming to do a sacrifice in the house of Jesse. And when he come, there is a giant man in the house of Jesse that Samuel is thinking that they are going to be a king of Israel. Not even knowing there is a short man in the bush taking care of a sheep, taking care of all the cattle. And at the end, if you read down, he said, nobody should sit down until he comes. And everybody stand up in the house of Jesse, from the elder to the last before David. All of them stand up until David comes back. And when David comes back, Samuel anointed David. And if you read the history of David, David fought a brutal war to make sure that Israel is well secured. That is what our PM is doing. He is not looking around. He's fighting the battle to make sure that the Biafra territory is well protected. And remember, after the death of David, after David have ruled and go, the time of Solomon, there is peace in Israel, because the father have fought a fought of victory, and there is a peace in the land of Israel. That is what our PM is doing. He is a David of our time to make sure that there is peace in the territory of Biafrans. So he is our David. And one thing about this thing is Ebenenanya, Nathanael said, there is nothing good coming out from Nazareth. That is how God works in his own different dimension. I really appreciate him for the good work. And I want to declare in his life, he's going in and coming back shall be a blessing. No weapon fashioned against him shall prosper. Isaiah 7:7 said, it's not going to happen, it's not going to take place. Any evil agenda they have planned against him is not going to take place and is not going to happen because he is here to deliver us. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much. Bless you. Bless you. Thank you so much. You know, that is part of the message Chukwu Kadama gave me, and he made sure that I didn't forget to deliver it. And my brother Chisom just triggered that. He said the interest of Chukwu Kabiama is the safety of Biafrans. The interest of Chukwu Kabiama is the safety of Biafrans. You came in very, very late. We have spent over 30 minutes, and that's when you are coming. I don't know why you had to wait this long. You have only 30 seconds. You know, the interest of Chukwu Kabiama is the safety of Biafrans. So every Biafran worldwide, if you can hear the sound of my voice, just know that your safety is the watchword of our Prime Minister. And this Biafra government will ensure that you are safe. None of you will be a victim of any stray bullet or any stray attack from the enemies. Please use your 30 seconds, Ike. You came in very late. Unmute yourself, please.
Thank you very much, my brother, Pastor Van Van Van. I want to ask you, don't be annoyed. Did you guys always sleep? Because I was in your program last night. The thing just, because the way you people are going about making our people to be aware what is going on, I pray that God will continue to bless you people. It's not easy. At times, people say our Prime Minister didn't sleep at all because we know what we want and we are going for it. In anyhow, we will give it everything we have to get what we want. God will continue to surprise you people, to strengthen you for this work you are doing. God will bless you, sir. I don't know how much to say, just to bless you people. I want to put one thing before I go, because the time have changed. Before I normally on by 8, but now it's now 7. Please pardon me that I came late.
Our time have changed, yes. Exactly.
Yeah. Do you remember the incident that happened in Lagos Island? I think people talk about it. They say there are about 14 buildings.
Yes.
But do you know that building is so more than 30-something building that got burned? I just want to leave it for here.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that update from there. Thank you so much, Nwachineke. Thank you. That is Ike Peters, my correspondent, direct in the heart of the epicenter where the things are happening. Umuchineke, have it at the back of your mind that there shall no evil befall you, neither shall any plague come near thy dwelling. Why should you feel discouraged? And why should the shadows come? Why should our hearts be lonely and long for heaven at home? Why Yeshua is our portion, our constant friend is He. If His eyes are on the sparrows, I know He watches us. His eyes are on the sparrows, and I know He watches us. And I sing because I'm happy. Yes, I sing because I'm free. His eyes is on the sparrows, and I know He watches me.
Nna Odonye puri nochie Anuzo Kamara o Me o Anuzo Keliwe me
Akụkọ abara uru iji wee isi ihe a na-asị ihe ọma mmadụ egwu na ya ma a sịrị nke ma ihe ọjọọ m ga-egbu ya bụrụ ihe ọma m ebe m maara na onye ezi ome a sịkwarị na ọ nwụrụ ọ ga-adị ndụ ọzọ nke kacharị mma n'eluigwe ihe mere na Kano n'ohu abalị na 8 n'ọnwa Septemba 1990 multi-millionaire Eze David Obi Okonkwo ezigbo ọgọ nwa amaala Ọrantụ n'Ugbo Anambra steeti ụwa enweghị isi ndị gị gbọrọ ka ọ chịrị ọzọ n'ihi obiọma gị Eze Diọra Sabki nke abụọ ndị Igbo na Kano Chairman Managing Director David Enterprises Nigeria Limited ebe ọ bụla ị nọ taa ị ga-ekwenyere m na enyi uwe ezughị oke sọọsọ enyi emere Jizọs bụ ndụ ebighị ebi udo dịrị mkpụrụ obi gị Madam Victoria Okonkwo naanị ofu ihe na-akasi mụ na gị obi eluigwe anya ukwu obi ụfụ na oke ọchịchọ ọ dịghị ebe ahụ
Otu a
agaghị ahụ ndị na-agba egbe n'ebe ahụ
Ọlị
ụlọ ebe anyị ga-ebi bụ ọla edo ọkụ adịghị agba ya
Maazị Kesi ama m na ebe enwere anyị ime mmụọ and then somebody like Abu Mege of Abu Male, who know the Male where I am on this group. Just watch you go to this video. Came on this man now going a video or ordinary person call. When I have ordinary person, it was EJ Telejaka for that. I watch go if social media one, we go WhatsApp, my Facebook, and one another man. But what if I can't remember? What road the exposition? I can't remember. No, cha. The man, Jimmy. Even the man on our one or one to be enough. On our one to be enough on because I've run any human being. I name even a middleman still. I walk one look at again on I run away. One hour with the worst of it. I would come to say. I run away. Why get you even if you are not a wine? I was this man, I work with social media. What I go see, I guess I'm money what I need. I'm a will age of women more watch the man. Confirm my van need. Oh, indeed, now they go against it at home. And so one Buya Polo. And if one away. One hour give okay, you know, as a money, only I'm going to me. I don't mind. Nah, this man, she check it, man. This is a kid in a check you. She check it, the man on our bottle. Don't go never get because all who came even see that home, even see that home, all the one called what did you? All the called what involved neighbor. Because I'm wrong. Is it only no ya be account what it at home? On ya pusicha. Is it on ya now? Open up pusicha. Then I can walk up go pusicha. My lawyer, my cousin, and Simon Eber, no, I don't know, Manoya, or most trusted of Simon Eber, Capota, when the chat. I look at where this man, Commander ESN, of the Quake here, who's your chat?
This panicking. Yes, I panic. I love it. They are panicking. Unbelievable. He's panicking. He's panicking.
Nah, in fact, all the go with neighbor. Okay, Miss Wood, none the canoe as one at the. I want to go to one none the canoe. The channel might be open. No, there's nothing you would tell me. Over the someone ever walk. Again on our walk. On our walk. What will you back on our walk? Didn't against the city home. It's also one of your polo. And it one away. Nah, this man, she check it, man. See a kid in a check you. She check it, the man on our dog. Not go never click because one of you were. And now one mother, when I wear scored, and I wear maybe in where Punana, he said,
that is why I've always told you that where you take my name to, so long as my hands are clean, the people will bring the evidence to use against you. If you take my name to do evil, when I have not come to do evil in Biafra struggle, you will be exposed in the right time. Even your husband will send the information and the evidence to use against you. Your daughter will send me the information that we are going to use to expose you. Your husband, your children, your family members will send me the information we are going to use to expose you. I have been saying this thing from day one. Like this, you will be infected. If you eat me as a meat, or cancer kineri, you know cancer maybe, or you cancer you finish again, come and eat me as a meat. If you eat me and go to sleep and wake up, you know, you can't eat me.